I actually just finished up this game, Neon White, somewhat recently, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. If you guys want like a recommendation for a quick casual get in, get out experience, I like this game a lot. If you guys are a fan of boomer shooters, check it out. Alright, for today's video, let's talk about training mode. But before that, we do have to do a little bit of bookkeeping. I got all the comments from you guys in the last ToeCon video that I wanted to chat about. And as someone who is like a casual fan of Marvel 2 and Marvel 3, and even more like a more serious fan of games like 2XKO or Dragon Ball FighterZ, I really like my unique assists and how it's really cool to see teams and synergies develop throughout like the course of a game in ways you don't typically expect. Like teams just emerge that you just never thought you'd seen. Like the way games like Marvel 3 has developed over the years, where in the modern generation, you are still seeing stuff in teams crop out that you might not have seen 10 or so years ago. Even though this would never happen, because why would ArcSys take advice from a guy like me, is what if there was a setting that you can toggle and turn on and off, something like Smart Assists, where you get the normal ToeCon formula that you have where in combos and in block stun, you get these lariat-like assists, but also you can turn that option off so assists function like how they do in traditional tag games. That way we preserve the accessibility for new players to get moving and grooving, but we can also still find unique stuff for veteran players, and we don't have to break the combo system to make interesting things happen. But I can't stress enough, man, that if the game ships the way it does now, like, I'm still going to play it to varying degrees. Like, you guys actually don't know how many games I've messed with either casually or more extensively. Like the number of games I can have the capacity to have fun with. Like I've tried so many fighting games throughout the years. I can have fun with literally any fighting game that I play to varying degrees. All right, so let's move on to the actual topic here, which was mostly prompted by this comment right here. And don't get it twisted, this isn't an attempt to dunk on this guy or anything like that. It's just the fact that if there's someone that is going to go out of their way to comment something of this nature on a smaller content creator's video like myself, then chances mean there is a bunch of other people that are thinking or feeling the exact same thing. And there's a lot here, so we're going to take this brick by brick. The first sentiment here is giving players training mode will create demons, and from that there will become a meta about how to play the game. And because of that, a lot of new players interested in the game will get stomped by not just them, but the people following them. Said new players will abandon the game, and the game will die because of it. Do you guys know what trickle-down economics is? Me neither. But that's kind of the sentiment here. And in that video, I actually pitched that we should have had ranked placements, so that way all the new players that just wanted to mash and hit buttons could fight each other. Like I said, I didn't want to fight new players. I'm sure new players didn't want to fight me. I really enjoy getting sweaty in my fighting game matches. Like I like really close sets. It's a lot of fun for me. And all the people that are trying to learn the game will actually just be fighting other people that are trying to learn the game. That's even more why I feel it should have just been an open beta, so that way we can get a bigger sample size as like other players fighting each other. You could have more new players fighting more new players, more experienced players fighting more experienced players, and then pushing that with the ranked. But the point in my mind for a beta is to do QA. If you guys don't know what that means, it just means quality assurance. If there's broken shit that's in this version of the game that isn't intended and nobody knows about it right now, then it's going to ship with the full release of the game. So it's better to find out all the bullshit in the game now, that way when the product does drop, it can be closer to the developer's intended idea of what the game should be. With that said, I like a little bit of broken, cheap stuff in my fighting game that makes them interesting and kind of cool to spend a lot of time with in the long term. And on that too, that kind of ties more closely to someone of my level. I, as a player, can't figure out how to play my character if I don't have the time to do that. Really notable players and content creators of the like can simply just ask their chat or whatever to like, oh, hey, can you essentially be a training mode dummy for me? Can you sit there so I can figure out some stuff on you? And as I described in the video, like for me, I can't really do that. Everything that I figure out, like I have to actually try in game, or at least try it on the CPU or something like that. And here's actually where the trickle down comes into play. You're absolutely right that in the modern generation of fighting games, when good cheap shit is found out, it's passed around more quickly than ever. But with that, there's kind of the other side of that too. With something like training mode, we can figure out all the sharply pointed options as far as like offense and like tech and like everything of the like, right? But because of training mode, we can equally figure out answers to all the sharply pointed options that are being presented at us. So in turn, that way nobody's getting knowledge checked by things varying from like basic gimmicks, like day one gimmicks, to even more advanced tech. We can find the answers to all that stuff with training mode. And then someone like the iPhone can swoop in and make a video like, "What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be sharing you 5 simple tips to improve your Marvel Tokon game." Regarding a game's life or longevity, at the end of the day, when the game is 1, 2, 5, or 10 years down the line, the only people that are going to be remaining that are playing the game anyways is going to be the hardcore audience. So while it's important to rake in the new audience where you can, there was a time that existed before all games on the current market were easier. The important thing is that the game is good and looks cool, and if someone is genuinely interested in the game, a new player will get past whatever hurdles are in their way to reach the level of proficiency that they desire. And that's not unique to fighting games, that spans across all genres. If the game is fun and looks cool and there's cool stuff to do, people will stick around. Now, the other half of your comments, while related to what I kind of just said, gets a bit more abstract. Summed up, you're saying there should be a fighting game that does appeal to the casual so they can dip their toes into the genre and realize that these games, this genre of game, meaning fighting games, are sick. Yeah, I mean, you're correct, but at the same time, this entire generation of games has tried to focus on fighting games being easier. The overall theme of this generation has been one-button special moves, and for me, it's kind of upsetting because special moves do feel really good to do. Yes, I already know that the special move motions are preserved in this game, but I mean, 2X KO has it, Street Fighter has it, I think if memory serves, the new Invincible game has it. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting another game. And not only does Tokon have it, they also have auto combos, but on top of that, they also have easy assists. That's 3 layers that this game has for ease of execution, and it's possible that the game wants to be the literal easiest to get into game on the spectrum because of that. But if everything is so easy, then when you do get to, let's say, 5 years or whatever down the line, and at the end of the day, your game isn't all that deep anyways, who's actually going to want to stick around? I'm not saying that the game has zero depth here. There's some stuff in this current version of the game for sure, absolutely. We don't know what that's going to look like at the full release of the game, we'll see in time, but the goal of a fighting game should not be relegating itself into being a stepping stone into other fighting games. It should be to keep around your audience for as long as possible and keep them coming back. This is me wrapping up, but in the last video, I also talked about playing Ghost Rider, and even though I really wanted to give Spider-Man a good college try, that didn't really happen because there wasn't a training mode where I could sit down and spend more quality time figuring out the character. Ghost Rider just felt more straightforward and easier to understand what was strong about the character in the moment, where for me, what might have made Spider-Man strong just didn't quite click for me. I did see he had some cool stuff, but I wasn't able to figure him out in the moment, and partially because I was pretty busy that weekend too. Regardless of everything I said in this video, I hope this game does well. I hope it's a game everyone rocks with for a really long time, and if there's something you guys want me to talk about more extensively in another video, let me know in the comments below, and also tell me who you want to see in the game. Because of my Marvel 3 team, I really want to see Taskmaster personally, but until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.